Are you tired of struggling to make money? Are you tired of your stash looking like this when it should be looking more like this? Well, look no further, because today I'm going to show you one of my safest and most reliable ways of making money in Tarkov, which can bring in roughly 2 million rubles per hour. So sit back, grab a drink, and enjoy. I want to first go over the keys I use, and we'll show them on screen in the order of priority. Tarkov's Director is going to be your first pickup. This room is in Big Red. You'll be spending a lot of time on this side of the map, and it adds some big money to the rotation. Factory exit key. This key is pretty essential for this method, as if you have a bad spawn, it allows you to leave the raid quicker, as well as provide an avenue of exit if you do get a good spawn. The dorms keys. Of course, you can add to these keys as you see fit. These are just the rooms I find most beneficial and fastest to loot. Dorms marked can be spendy if you run this map often. I suggest picking it up. You never know what you're going to get. If you would like to see what sort of loot you can expect, you can check out my YouTube short here where I opened it 10 times. Other than that, the rest of the keys are up to you and not super important. I also want to leave a quick reminder, you're welcome to pause this video or rewind this video if I breeze over something a little too fast or you want some more information on it. Now that we've wrapped up the keys, let's talk about map rotations and what you'll be searching for. This method heavily focuses on getting big ticket items such as the FP100, the armor repair kits, and the weapon repair kits. These are heavy and take up a lot of slots and will fill up your bag very quickly. You want to be on the map for as little time as possible, and you want to dodge as much PvP as possible. This will overall increase your ruble per hour, minimize deaths, and help you survive raids. This is not a guarantee to avoid PvP, and I can guarantee you will run into PvP. This will help you be in a better position for the fight, and hopefully you'll come out on top. And now we get to the juicy part. I'm going to go over my map rotations as well as alternates and what you should expect when you are running these routes. Map rotations are never something you can follow 100%. This will be based off of what you hear going on around the map, what you have in your inventory, and, you know, a little bit of what you feel like doing. Here are my POIs. These spawns are not all the spawns for these items on the map, but these are the ones I see that spawn more frequently and the ones that are in my rotation. I will leave a link in the description where you can find all the locations, but for now, let's focus on these ones. At this point, we're going to go to a clip from my stream where we go over all the rotations. I actually did want to go over this today, so I did make this map. And I'm going to show you. Let's say you spawn over here in this green area. Well, you're going to go over to dorms. Keep in mind, this will be a PvP area. What I like to do is I like to go in the back door or back window. There's a little jump up in the back window, or you can go around up the stairs and down in. Check this spawn. Then from dorms, you can decide if you hear people over in dorms 3, you can decide to avoid or not to avoid. If you don't hear anybody and it sounds clear, you know, loot third story. If you decide you don't want to loot three story, then you're going to go around, go out, check this spawn here, and depending on it, say you got some good loot from here and car wasn't up, because you can always take car. If from 2 story and 3 story you're liking your loot, you can always take the car extract if it's there. Otherwise, you're going to keep going. And let's say you got 2 repair kits and car wasn't up, but the boat is. You can tell if the boat's up with if you have a fire. Then you take the boat extract. If none of those extracts are open, you keep heading down here, and this is where you can make a lot of money. At this point in the raid, you will most likely not have anybody over here at Big Red. So you take the junk bridge, you go across. And what I like to do is typically if there is somebody over here, they will most likely be lingering over at Big Red. So I take this top route here and I check all 3 of these spawns. At this point, if I have some, then I will drop them off either here. If I'm heavy, I'll drop some of the stuff here before I go check these so I can run quickly around. If I just pick up some now, then I'll drop them off here at this extract, and then I will go check Big Red and loot Tarkov's Director's office. And then I'll come back and I'll pick everything up and then extract right here over at Blue. You can also extract down here. There is an extract down there as well, so you can take that extract. The next spawn is down here in the bottom left by Big Red. If you spawn anywhere down here, this is probably my favorite spawn to spawn at, as you get the most chances to get one of these repair kits. So run through, check all these spawns for your repair kits, run and check Big Red, and loot Tarkov's. Then you're gonna, what I like to do is head over this main bridge. All in the red is what I personally like to do, and will do most often. So you will loot, go across main bridge. You can check the armor repair kit in the back of the Humvee, and then you can scope in and look at this one and see if it's there. If it's there, run and go pick it up. Continue on. You will not have boat extract if you spawn over here, so don't worry about that. Run up, check this spawn. After that, you will go up. If car is open and you are good with your loot, you can take car. If car is not open, you obviously will be still heading to the next extract. While you're at dorms, you can survey the field if you would like to loot dorms or if it's already been looted. One thing I always do like to check, if it's not sounding too crazy and I don't have that much loot or I'm okay to run into PvP, is I will come in and check this armor or repair kit spawn, because that one does get missed in 2-story. And then after that, you're heading out and you're gonna go all the way around to avoid as much PvP as possible and take ZB11 extract. Now, you can go and learn all of the stash locations up here. I know a few. I know like here, and I know like there's one up here somewhere. There's one there, something like that. Those are typically the ones that I'll check, but you can go through and learn all of them. This one is if you spawn here. This is probably my least favorite spawn. So I actually, and this is where the factory exit key is essential. If you spawn, say over here by repair shop, I do like to loot repair shop. If I'm the first one here, repair shop is a good place to pick up some loot. And you can also use that USEC stash key that I typically use. If you don't want to use the USEC stash key, you can actually jump in through the windows. I don't know how much strength you need to be able to do that, but it is a little bit riskier, and the stash key is pretty cheap, so I just pick up the stash key. From repair shop, you're going to go over to this chemical building. There is an armor repair kit spawned back in the back left on the shelf. So then you can also choose to go check this docks case spawn, and then check this repair kit spawn. I have seen this docks case spawn once before, so I have started adding it to my rotation, as getting a free docks case ain't too bad. All the other loot though, I typically ignore. I go hit this armor. I go check through the window to see if this armor repair kit's here. If it is, I open, grab it. If not, I come in through, I turn on power, and then I run through, check this FP100 spawn. If this FP100 isn't here, I just keep going, and I go around, out, pass through old gas, out around. I'll loot this stash and I'll loot this dead scav, and then I'll cut straight to into fortress and leave. You can decide to loot fortress depending on what you see. Keep in mind that the goons can spawn here, and they spawn pretty frequently, so keep out for that. If you hear them and you're not ready to fight them, you might want to just leave. I typically just try to reset as fast as possible when I get this spawn, as it'll be a lot quicker for you to load back into the next map. Alternate routes here. There is an alternate route on this one. You can go across here, check this spawn. I do always like to check this spawn because you can see this spawn from there. So I always like to still check that one. And then you can come down here through repair shop. Out. I like to go in the back of fortress. Keep in mind, the goons do spawn here, and they are not to be fucked with. If you're not prepared, be prepared. And you can loot fortress, and then from here I go out, around. I loot this. Oh, why am I still using it? Oh, whatever. I loot this dead scav. I loot this stash. I go through. I don't go through old gas. I like to go around, see if old gas is open for my extract. If it is open, then you can go back around and go in and take it. Otherwise, you jump over, check this FP100 spawn, check this armor repair kit spawn, turn on the power, and then go back and extract. The reason I go back and extract is, one, it saves you time. Yes, you have to burn a use on your key, but it does save you time, and it eliminates the possibility of running into somebody over here. Important to keep in mind that when I do these routes, my main goal is to get out of the raid with as much loot as I can, as quick as possible. I know that sounds obvious, but what I mean by that is if I have one armor repair kit, I'm looking for the quickest extract right after that. That's going to be 500k, 400 to 500k, plus all the little bit of little loot that I get on the way to be able to add to that. Time that I'm looking for is a maximum of 20 minutes on the map. That typically will be before a lot of this player scabs spawn in. But really what I'm looking for is 10 to 15 minutes. That would be ideal. Here's an example of me running one of these routes, as well as commentary over the video for the decisions that I'm making and why I'm making them. Oh, big red. This is a nice spawn. Okay, so there's a spawn that could spawn there. I could hit this bag as well. At this point, we hit Tarkon's director's office, ended up getting some pretty bad loot. We're going to skip through that. After director's office, we're going to head to this back area back here where we'll be looking for more armor repair kits and weapon repair kits. You can also hit little boxes and like there's a dead scab in these bags as well. I'm not too worried. At this point, I'm not too worried about running into anybody, as I haven't heard anybody yet. And me spawning in that big red, I'm kind of thinking that there isn't going to be anybody on this side of the bridge. If I had spawned at like the back, I would have maybe thought that there might have been a spawn in the front on the south side versus north side. But since I spawned in the middle, I'm figuring that there probably isn't anybody over here. And I just want to loot these armor repair kit spots in these rooms as fast as possible. Here's a dead scab. There's also an armor repair kit spawn on that shelf. Darn, we didn't get any. Scared me. So I hear the scavs fighting over by UAF roadblock, and so we're gonna try to get over there as quick as possible. See if we can't see these people fighting these scavs. After seeing nothing, it's time to cross. We're going to cross over here and go check the armor repair kit in the back of the Humvee. Oh, what the heck? So we just crossed. Be careful of the scavs that can spawn over there. Oh, we got one. And that one isn't up. At this point, we're choosing to wrap around. Stay on this hillside to avoid any PvP potentially. Obviously, we don't have the So this is the fire. There'll be a fire here. This is Smuggler's boat. There'll be a little campfire here if Smuggler's boat is open. Obviously, we don't have the extract for that, but it will probably be extract. So across the street and in this little shack, there's an armor repair kit spawn. Now we're gonna stay close to the fence. What I'm looking to do is hopefully leave it car extract. Although, shit, I don't know if I put rubles in there. I didn't. So I will probably at this point see if I can loot dorms. It will probably be looted at this point because I forgot to bring money. That's given that the extract is even open. Another little tip too is if you can avoid going through brush, that is ideal as it makes a lot of noise for no reason. Car is open. So I'm gonna see if I can get enough rubles out of dorms to be able to leave at this car extract. We're sneaking up slowly just so that way if there is somebody in here, they don't know exactly where we are. Spoiler alert, this is actually a scav inside this building. We run in as quick as possible. I realize that since 214 isn't open, that it probably is a scav. Give me rubles, please. Okay. We also did end up already killing the scav. Oh. At this point, with let's go hit mark room. 3-story being empty, I am gonna loot marked room 204 and 214. Granted, since I forgot the rubles in this raid, I do get a lot more time spent on looking through all the coats and stuff for rubles, but theoretically I should be headed out of the raid at this point, so it would be like a 12-minute raid-ish. RSS is nice, but we come back in. Was a decently profitable mark room. I think I kind of broke even there. Then we start to head out to go to 2-story. Again, we're looking for rubles. Technically, I would have left by now and not risked me running into PvP or more people here. But we do hit 2-story and we get a couple more safe rooms. Jeez. Damn it, dude. No rubles, unfortunate. We then go back to 3-story without our bag to look through all the rest of the coats. Let's pop a mule. At this point, we're popping a mule. An SJ. And an SJ. I don't really need this car battery, but since we popped the mule for it. And now we're headed to extract, so we're gonna run out. Again, stay close to the fence. If possible. You hear me talking about it. Keep staying on the outskirts of the map, avoiding as much PvP as possible. Right, so theoretically, I think there's one over here too. We're hitting the stash up at Power Station. Extra rooms, right? So theoretically, if we brought the rubles, you'd have been out in like 12 minutes. And you know, maybe 15, 17 if we didn't have to do all that. What I was referring to there is it had been 15 to 17 minutes. I think there's one over here too. I don't look too hard. If I can't find it, if the car wasn't up. And see that. I mean, I know there's one over here, but sometimes I can find it and sometimes, oh, there it is. And after we hit the stash, we keep running around the edge of the map. You want to be careful for that sniper scav there. Sniper scav. Yep. running through here because that man will fuck you up. Threw my bag down. I probably should have just peeked this guy, ran out right and peeked, but oh, my gun was on single fire. Oh no. I am curious on what that guy was shooting at. So then we hit that, he already hit that stash in the corner for us. So we're chilling there. We're gonna loot him. Damn, holy stream. He had some actually pretty good loot. Wasn't too upset about that. Keep heading down this left wall here. We're gonna hit this other stash. And then after that, we're out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do need 1,000 subscribers to hit that partner. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Mwah.